story. Let's see. Started playing football. I was 6 years old. My brother played football. He's 4 years older than me. And sorry, my brother. Morning workout, at home workout, push-ups, pull-ups, sit-ups, all the good shit. A little tired, but yeah. So my brother would play football, and I go to his practices. I watch him, and it was funny when they do the calisthenics. They run back and forth and do all the the kicks and the stretches and all that shit. And I was just falling around the sideline. I wasn't even on the fucking team. I was like fucking. I was how old was I? It's like 5 years old, and I'm just like copy everything he did. So I always wanted to follow my brother's footsteps. And I grew up. I played football for 6 years old, and I didn't start working out until maybe freshman year, high school. You know, people started getting bigger, started hitting harder. So I knew I needed to go to the gym. So I started going to the gym, started working out. I didn't even know what I was doing. I just followed my brother around. He taught me what to do. Incline bench press, flat bench, lat pull downs, sit-ups, fucking triceps, but everything. Like I just pretty much just copied what he did. And it wasn't even like a performance tailored workout program. It was just like practically just like a bodybuilding type of thing. Just there's no like power cleans and snatch and all that shit. So I did that, and then one of the dudes on the football team told us about athletic evolution. My man Martin Hippley, great athlete, and he told us in front of the whole football team. He said, "Hey, we got this place I've been training at, and they have all these trainers and football trainers, and it's like an advanced type of facility, and they have like indoor turf that you can run in the winter and shit, and they have this 2-hour program every 4 times a week, and you go in there, you kill it, and it's such a good workout, and it's tailored to a football type of athletic workout." So I went there. It was expensive, but standard of what you're paying for. You're getting so much, and so I started training there, and I did maybe 3-4 different 3-month sessions, and man, that's when everything took off. I learned so much from all those trainers, and it was a competitive environment. You're training with all these other football players, going D1, looking for NFL fucking scouts and shit, and so you're really pushing yourself. You're really working hard, and that was just a life-changing thing. So my brother went off to college at that point. He was playing football for UMass Dartmouth, and he was getting in some trouble. He ended up getting kicked out of school on drugs and shit, and shit went downhill. And getting personal here, but at home it wasn't a happy thing. My parents and him, they would fight all the time, and it was such a hostile environment. I was young, I was in high school, and I'd like to say it didn't really affect me at the time, but the truth is, even subconsciously, waking up, people yelling and screaming, finding drugs and shit, and finding them stealing shit, and just getting in trouble with the police and shit, going to jail, selling drugs, doing drugs, all that shit. And it was a hostile environment, I'll tell you that much. And one of my escapes was through football training and through the gym. When I wasn't training at that facility, I started implementing my own programs, going to the gym, doing my own training, writing down workout templates, and studying nutrition and shit, and learning about all of the diet components to that to help improve myself. And hold on, I need some water. Stay hydrated. So I really dieted, and what I stopped doing is going out with my friends so much. I love my friends. I love going out and drinking, partying, going fucking into Boston. And I found that with the drinking and smoking and shit like that, it doesn't help you. And actually, I noticed a noticeable thing, in the gym. It would take me a full week to recover, from going out and drinking from one weekend, because it just ruins all your progress. It doesn't let you recover and all that shit. And I can go in more in depth in that in a future video. I don't want this to go too long. I know you're busy. So, long story short, I was really focusing, and then I went to college. I played football, Mass Maritime, for 3 years till junior year. And like I said, shit with my brothers kept getting worse and worse, like hostile environment. But at this time, I was in college and had a whole new, different type of challenge there, where it wasn't a hostile environment because of fighting and all that bullshit, but it was a military school. So like, inspections, you'd be waking up 4:30, 5 a.m., like fucking clean your room, iron your uniform, shine your shoes, shine your belt. You had to shave every day, and obviously like I sucked at that. I got in trouble like a million times because of that. So it's a lot of bullshit, a lot of hard work. Football was like a 4 to 6 hour commitment every day between training, practice, and films, and all that shit, and studying. And so I was a linebacker and strong safety. I loved it, but I really just was obsessed with training, obsessed with improving myself, obsessed with trying to just get bigger, grow muscle. But like, if I wanted to be a full-time linebacker, I needed to gain weight, gain mass, gain muscle. And I mean, I was a natural guy, and a lot of these dudes in the league, they don't get drug tested every day. Like, they get drug tested if you win like the championship or something, like bullshit like that. So I'm playing like God knows how many of those dudes are on steroids or whatever, and here I am, a natural guy, trying everything I fucking can, studying, working my ass off to gain muscle, and I'm gaining like a pound, which is a lot, a pound a month. That's huge. I mean, that's 12 pounds of muscle in 1 year. So if you think about a year's time, 12 pounds of muscle, you know how much 12 pounds of muscle is? So I was really just fucking trying to kill it, gain muscle, gain strength. So that's where that whole training component came from. That's why, I was the #1 condition guy on the team. We had a conditioning test at the start of every season, every year, #1. And I mean, I know I'm sounding like I'm bragging, sound cocky, but it wasn't because I'm a natural fucking amazing athlete. It's because I worked my tits off. I was fucking grinding every day, increasing my cardiovascular, VO1 max and shit, and VO2 max. So I was just able to just push myself. When I got tired, I still fucking ran as fast as I did when I wasn't tired. And a lot of people, they'll slow down when they get tired. I'm like fucking going full gear at the end of the conditioning test. So that's why I was finding like, holy shit, like I'm natural, I'm doing all this shit, and like it's just amazing, like all the stuff I've discovered over the years. And I decided, start making my own programs. People started asking about it, and I started helping people out and giving them training programs, stuff like that. What do you do to get this amount of muscle, or how can I gain this amount of weight or lose this fat? So I was really just, I was kind of just obsessed with just improvement, and you need to be if you want to make anything serious happen. So as time went on, junior year, I got injured. I fractured my foot, tore a bunch of ligaments, was on crutches for 6 months, completely fucked up. I didn't come back senior year for football, and I was failing classes, I was going out drinking, and my GPA was getting low, and I went really on a roller coaster. It was tough, and I was getting fucking depression and anxiety and like a whole host of things that I'll talk about in a future video. Like I said, I don't want to waste your time here with a million stories, but so it was tough, and I had to fight for every inch. I had to fight. I had to plan. I had to make a plan. I didn't feel like going to the gym. I didn't feel like working out. I just wanted pizza. I wanted to go out and drink. I wanted to go with my boys, go to a college party and drink and stay up all night. I want all that shit. I want to meet girls and chill and go to bars and all that shit. But I knew something inside of me was just saying, you know what, fuck all that shit. I know you're hurt. I know you can barely even squat. You can barely even walk. You're walking with a limp. But just trust me, go to the gym. Just figure it out. Even if you suck right now, even if you're terrible, everyone else is fucking showing you up in the gym, just go for it. Just try it. And that's when, I was living on my own, commuting to school, and I was doing my own grocery shopping. And I said, you know what, if I'm in charge of this household, I'm not eating at the school or at my parents' house, I'm eating at this household. The way that I'm going to control my diet isn't through like force myself not to eat bad foods, but just force myself that I'm going to eat whatever I buy at the grocery store. And when I go to the grocery store, I'm not going to buy things that are unhealthy. That's the #1. It starts there. That's the seed, right? this is before I even wanted to eat healthy. I just said, I'm just going to buy the healthy things so that when I am hungry at my place, the only food I can reach for is the healthy stuff. You know, it's tough when you're living in like a college where there's all this fucking buffet food, you can grab as much as you want, or if you're, you know, at your parents and they got Oreos and cookies and chips and all that bullshit. In my household, is the way I looked at it. I said, in this household, there's no, even though I was the only one there, I controlled the input by only putting in the healthy foods. I didn't want to put in fucking cookies and chips and shit. And I mean, every once in a while I'd have a little something, like a little piece of chocolate or whatever. But I controlled it and I measured everything at a scale. And this beat's been going on for like 2 hours. Pound Cake is one of my favorite instrumentals, but funny. Where am I going with this? So I was just, every day I get better and better. I would watch YouTube videos. It was huge. I'd watch YouTube videos. Shout out Elliot Hulse, Brandon Carter, Scott Herman, Omar, who else? CT Fletcher, Chris Jones. I'm missing so many. Like, I had so many. If you saw how many videos I would watch every day, like even like inspirational, like TD Jakes, preacher. I'd watch E.T., Eric Thomas, Tony Robbins. I like so much motivational shit, so much shit about nutrition, so much shit about working out. And when I started doing that, I was just putting in good food and good knowledge. My input to my body was proper education on the subjects I needed and motivation, and good food into my body. And for the water, I would go to an artesian well, right? And I'd go have like 20 empty gallon jugs to fill up water. And it's a 24-hour artesian well that just is a natural underground aquifer that has the purest water, purer than any bottled tap water. All that shit has, you know, they purify and put chlorine and fluoride and shit. This is pure ass. So like, I was getting pure water, pure food, and pure knowledge. And that's why I just kept growing and succeeding, because everything I was putting into myself was a positive, good thing. So then everything that came out of me was going to be a positive, good thing. And that's what people don't understand, is what you put in is what you get out. Right? So people don't really think about that much. They, you know, they don't eat all day, and then they go and have a pizza, and then they drink tap water, and you know, they don't work out, they don't eat healthy, they don't read or learn. That's the other thing, reading books. I just the other day bought 5 books. And I'll talk about books in another video, like I said. So I'm putting in good things, or great things, and I'm getting out great things. And it's very simple. It's an equation. What you put in is what you get out. It's the same thing with dieting. Calories in versus calories out, or burn. You know, you put in a certain amount of calories, you got to burn that amount of calories. It's a fundamental law of physics, of reality. It's just what you put in is what you get out. You can't just, shit doesn't just happen. I didn't just randomly one day just fucking eat a cheeseburger and be like, oh fuck, you know what, I think I can write a workout plan right now. I think I can teach people about dieting, or make motivational videos for people. It all came through hard work and putting in the work and getting out. So enough on that. But so where am I? Yeah, so I started making plans, and my roommate at the time was 270 pounds. Josh, I'll tell his story in another video as well. But basically, in a nutshell, he asked me for a meal plan, a workout plan. I gave it to him. I taught him every day. You know, I was coaching him and texting him and stuff. And he lost 70 pounds, and in about 3.5 months. And he's ripped, and it's insane. I couldn't believe it. And when that happened, I was so happy for him that it changed my life. Like, I was like, holy shit, this doesn't just work for me. I just gave this to someone else, and now their life is impacted. You know, he was, you know, eating a little too much and drinking and partying, and, you know, he's having trouble with his girlfriend. They were breaking up and blah, blah, blah. I don't want to get too much into that, but, like, he got his girlfriend back. He changed himself. He said, look, I fucked up. I was not being, the best man I could be. And he came, put in 100% effort in the gym and in the kitchen, and I couldn't believe the results. And so that was a major milestone. That was where I was like, holy shit. So I took all those texts, I read through them. Everything I taught him, everything I did myself, I said, you know what, I'm gonna put this into a book. And one second, I got the book right here. And so I started writing, and when I was writing this, man, it took me about a year. And but before I could make this, look, I didn't read in high school. You couldn't get me to read. And one of the things, the major turning point, like, I don't expect anyone to just say, oh, I'm gonna write a book and just randomly start, which you could, but it takes like a certain amount of passion and commitment, and you don't get that just from fucking randomly waking up one day. Something has to happen. At least to go from where I was to go to where I am now, or to be an author, a published author, the owner of a fitness business. I mean, for me to get to that point, the biggest possible thing, and it was terrible, my brother was 26 years old, and like I said, I mean, we, he had a lot of trouble. He was on drugs and in and out of jail. He was a good ass dude. He went to college and he was smart. He was funny. People loved him. He wasn't a bum, right? He just got involved in the wrong crowd and on and off drugs, selling drugs, in and out of jail, and it affected him. It changes you when you get on drugs. It's not like people on drugs are bad people. They're just addicted to something, and it just takes. It's like it turns you in. It changes your brain chemistry and all. It fucks you up. And so he. But the good. I mean, he went to jail, right? And he got out. And the good thing was he was getting clean. Like, he was reading the Bible and he found God. He was doing the right thing. He was working hard, and my family, we were the happiest we've ever been. I mean, for a number of years. It was like 8 years of just nonstop fighting and arguing and in and out of jail, selling drugs, like swearing, all that bullshit that gave me that fire in the gym, and that was my outlet. And then when he started coming clean and he was doing good, he was working hard, and one day he was in Boston, Wednesday night, 8 o'clock, just got out of work, going to cash his check, crossing the street, and out of nowhere, a car, he was crossing and it hit him. And it hit him, and he died. And I guess police called my parents. I was at school. I was at Mass Maritime. And my cousin came the next day. I didn't know about it, right? No one told me until the next day. It happened on Wednesday night. And my cousin came and said, look, I have horrible news. I'm sorry, but your brother was hit by a car. He was killed. He didn't make it. And right when, like, my heart started pounding, and I was just, I couldn't believe it, right? And just for like a week to a month, I was just devastated. I couldn't even function, right? And I had had a shoulder injury and I couldn't work out as much as I could. So like this was the worst I've ever felt. Like one of the worst things that's ever happened to me. I couldn't work out. I didn't have that outlet. My brother died. I was just devastated, and I wasn't where I wanted to be in life. I hadn't graduated college yet. It was my senior year, and I was fighting it. It was my junior year, and I was fighting to pass classes, and I was struggling. And something clicked, something changed, right? And I said, you know what? Fuck, I don't know when I'm gonna die. I could die tomorrow, and I don't know what the purpose of life. Like I dug for a purpose in my life, and I'm gonna talk about this in another video. as well. I'm going to keep it short in the interest of time, just to give you an overview of my story. And so I just dug, I don't know where, I felt like God just came, like, I don't know how to explain it, but all I know is that I had a new drive, I had a new fire, a new passion. Like, I was always like a beast in the gym. I always put my hardest effort in every single workout, like it was my last. But now it was like, you couldn't even stop, you could not stop me. My fucking brother got hit by a car, right? And people were in the gym like fucking doing bicep curls, fucking 20-pound dumbbells, saying, oh, you gotta go light because, you know, you're gonna focus on. I'm like, fuck, I'm gonna go in there, right? And I'm not holding anything, right? I'm gonna do my best every workout to do everything I can to, because I feel like I have an ability to teach people what I know something. I can teach people and I can help people. I've seen my roommate who's 70 fucking pounds get his girlfriend back and stop drinking. If that can happen to a person, like, you see what I'm saying here? And I'm like, how isn't this my purpose, right? Why can't I just do this? I can do this for people, I can help people, and I did it for other people as well. And I can go into their stories. And so what happened was, over time, I was like, you know what? I can take what I did and I can put it into a book. I can write a book about, I didn't even call it a book. I started off as a guide, a nutrition guide, right? And I just put it in key bullets of like, what are the key things? Macronutrients, the calories, the measuring, the variety of foods, the timing. And I just put bullet points, like 10, 12 of them. And for each bullet point, I went into detail. I said, all right, this is how many calories, and this is how you measure it. And then over time, I started writing a shitload for each bullet point. I'm like, wait a minute. If I write everything under each bullet point for, you know, what I taught my roommate, what I do myself, like, I could just make a book out of this. And like, it just like clicked, and then like I started coming up with like the name for it, company name, and all this different shit. There's so many stories I can tell you guys right now, but I'm already rambling a little bit, so I'll hurry the fuck up in the interest of time. But basically, over a year after my brother's death, I spent my time really focusing on classes and passing college, and writing this book and putting together a website and all that. Everything it took so much. It took. I couldn't have done that. I couldn't have done that if my brother had not died. Like, there was just so much fire and passion. There were some days, like, I'm telling you, like, it was tough. It was hard. I didn't know what I was doing. But like, I knew my shit. I knew like my dieting and my workouts and everything. I knew how to teach people like 100%. But putting a book in like a binding and like in all the like the format, you have no idea what kind of challenges I had to go through, but it was weird. The moral of the story is like, if you have that place of pain, that place of fire, that place of desire, that place of faith, just that something like that just drives you to take that massive action, no matter if you've had all the doubts in the world and that you'll never make it. I said, oh, I might never make it, but I'm gonna fucking try. You know, like, get rich or die trying. That's you know, it's literally, that's what it is. It's like, I'm gonna die doing this, and I'm gonna be, when I'm on my deathbed, I'm gonna look back and say, I'm like, I did what my life was intended for. I'm not gonna sit back and say, hey, like, you know, I could have done this, that, and the other thing. I fucking did this, that, and the other thing. Even if I don't make it, whatever, like, I fucking tried. And that's what's important. Putting in the effort and hustling and just getting it done. And I come to you now with a full-ass book that works, a nutrition program that works, that I did a natural bodybuilding competition and did everything I teach in this book. And I did all my workouts, my own fucking, that I offer you for free on my website, nebody.com. And I mean, I didn't win, I didn't get first place, but I was fucking jacked, and it was my first fucking try, and I've never done it before. And I was 100% natural, and some of these guys, you never know, alright? So, the moral of the story is that I'm here to help people, and this is real, and this is who I am, and nothing can stop me. And I literally will die doing this. And I'm so grateful for the opportunity to be talking to you